President Uhuru Kenyatta must do two things before meeting with Mount Kenya leaders next week. The first thing he must do is that the president must fire his advisors. The president advisors have actually subjected President Uhuru Kenyatta to humiliation, embarrassment, and shame. So the president must fire them. There was no need for President Uhuru Kenyatta to remove Kipchumba Murkomen as the majority leader and then end up with someone like Irungu Kangata. Because then there is no need why he executed that. Removing Kipchumba Murkomen was not an easy task. It was not. So the president sacrificed Kipchumba Murkomen, appointed Irungu Kangata. Irungu Kangata is now drifting towards Tanga. The second thing the president must do is that the president must fire or must reshuffle his intelligence team. Either they are penetrated or they are misleading him. The president, being the president of the Republic of Kenya, has access to intelligence briefing every single day. So there is no way the president can be making these kind of mistakes. How did he even end up with Irungu Kangata as the majority leader? How? So the president must do those two things. And I want to ask a very simple question here. What's Irungu Kangata's game plan? What is he up to? In my considered opinion, Irungu Kangata is out to shame President Uhuru Kenyatta. So that's the first question. What is Irungu Kangata's game plan? Then the second question which you must ask now is why Irungu Kangata wrote that open letter. What was his objective? Understandably, Irungu Kangata wants to contest for the Murang'a gubernatorial seat. And the fact is that William Ruto currently is the king in that region. So Irungu Kangata invited leaders from the county to a meeting, his close advisors. It is alleged they were around 30. And these are the people who gave him that opinion poll he's talking about. So he invited these 30 people to his home. So he asked them for their honest opinion, which is good for a leader. And then this guy told Irungu Kangata that he needed to be on the right side for him to win that gubernatorial seat. But Irungu Kangata also failed to understand that it was President Uhuru Kenyatta who appointed him as the majority leader. So he wrote an open letter. Why open letter? As a majority leader, my understanding is that Irungu Kangata has undeterred access to President Uhuru Kenyatta anytime he wants. So that's the second question. Why was the open letter written? Number 3 is who leaked that letter to the media? Who leaked that letter? And what was the objective? And then number 4, who are President Uhuru Kenyatta's advisors and the intelligence team? Because they're failing the president. Now let us go to something here today. After Irungu Kangata wrote that letter, then he switched off his phone. Jubilee tried to reach him, the Jubilee Party and the rest. They could not reach him. His phone was switched off, actually diverted. And the expectation of Kenyans was that after he penned that letter, which was the truth, then Irungu Kangata ought to have come up with a solution. If you want to help President Uhuru Kenyatta, Mr. Irungu Kangata, and you've realized that here's the problem, raise those issues and then come with a solution. Tell the president that this is what I want to do. But instead, Irungu Kangata has decided now to embark on a journey of shaming President Uhuru Kenyatta. So today there was this headline, I don't know whether it was also sponsored or is the truth, that Irungu Kangata is being investigated for corruption. Others say that those issues started coming up when Sonko was impeached. The president wanted to see the people who were benefiting from there. And there were several lists of lawyers, and Irungu Kangata was one of those lawyers. And today there's this article on the Star, on the Daily Nation. Not really an article, there is a news item they placed a phone call to Irungu Kangata. And it's very interesting. So the story is saying, speaking to the nation by phone on Sunday, Mr. Kangata, who is the Murang'a senator, said immediately his December 30th open letter to the president, warning him that the BBI Bridges Initiative, the BBI initiative was bound to flop in Mount Kenya region, was published by the media. Things fell apart, which was expected. But he's continuing, I started receiving phone calls from all powerful institutions in this government demanding that I recant the letter and I also be funded to go to the grassroots and speak well of BBI. I refused since I had and still retain a conviction. I was being truthful and helping my president escape political shame, shadowing him in Mount Kenya region. So Irungu Kangata, in my considered opinion, is lying. If he wrote the letter that, Mr. President, look here, we have a problem in the larger Mount Kenya region. Only 2% of people are supporting the BBI. Another 2% are undecided. Then there is the 6% who are opposed to it. That was according to his statistics, if he was serious. Then he should have come up with a strategy of convincing the 2 undecided to support the document. So that would mean now they'll have 4 versus 6. Then as the majority leader and with the support of the president, then he ought to have gone there to ask just a single individual to shift their allegiance so that they become 5-5. Or he can even convince 2 out of those 6 to come to their side so that they have 6 or 6 versus 4. But Irungu Kangata is saying that I refused since I had and still remain a conviction I was being truthful. If you are being truthful, what is the solution? And that's where I have a problem with Irungu Kangata. Listen to what he's saying. The Murang'a senator said the next scheme after the plan to coerce him to conform flopped was to kick him out of the prestigious Senate patch. But Tanga wing of Senate formation refused to play ball, hence denying the plot numbers. I had revealed how Jubilee Party Honkos had threatened to remove me from the Senate Chief Whip position, scandalize me and put me in jail if I refused to recant the letter by 5th of January. Now that I have refused to disown the letter, the intimidation has commenced. Another lie. For Irungu Kangata to be appointed as the Senate Majority Whip, Susan Kihika had to be removed. Susan Kihika had to be removed. Removing Susan Kihika, who was one of William Ruto's key allies, was not easy. So which means the president had the numbers in the Senate. So if this Tanga wing is claiming helped him, denied these guys the numbers, then the same Tanga guys should have denied the president numbers from from removing Susan Kihika. Remember, even Kipchumba Murkomen was removed and replaced by Samuel Pogisho, a member of KANU. So it was not easy. Basically, what the president confirmed at the Senate was that Tanga had no numbers. Those are the realities we must face. So Irungu Kangata must avoid. He's saying now, after they realized they don't have numbers to engineer my removal as whip, they have now reverted to using hard power of sending investigators for politics. The effect of these tactics is to make politicians cower and stop speaking the truth. That doesn't advance the interest of Jubilee, in my view. So Irungu Kangata, again, is lying. And of course, we understand that politics is about lies. It's about lies. Because there is no way Irungu Kangata can claim, that after Nangatanga denying these schemers the numbers, they are sending investigators. In this country, all these politicians are thieves. They are crooks. they're using their influence to get tenders. So Irungu Kangata might have used his influence to win tenders in Nairobi County. The investigators just needed to confirm whether indeed he offered the service as alleged in his letter. That's not forthcoming from it. Irungu Kangata is now politicizing the issue, coming up with the theories which don't hold water. That Tanga helped him. Tanga could not help their own members. It was not only Susan Kihika who was removed. It was not only Kipchumba Murkomen. It was not only Kithure Kindiki. Even the committees, all of them were removed via votes. They couldn't save themselves. So Irungu Kangata cannot come and claim that these guys tried to save him. So he's saying, of course, I have all the documents to show my singular payment from the City Hall was legal and legitimate. If you have the document, my expectations was that Irungu Kangata was just going to say, personally, I did this business with the county government of Nairobi, and these are the documents. I've looked at the figures. The figures is 3.3 million, which in my considered opinion falls within the range. There are certain lawyers who received millions and millions for like doing nothing at City Hall. So probably those who are the target, not Irungu Kangata. But Irungu Kangata is now running away from the reality. So the question I want to pose to you guys, what do you think is Irungu Kangata up to? What do you think he's up to? Is he being used by Team Tanga to frustrate President Uhuru Kenyatta? Let me hear your thoughts on this. Thank you guys, and please, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and just click the subscribe button. In my next video, I think I need to do a video on why I strongly believe the ODM party and Raila Odinga must sustain their attacks on William Ruto and continue exposing anything they believe is lies. Because I've read outside here, most people are saying that ODM should not make William Ruto their agenda. And I disagree as a political analyst. Why? Ruto spent 3 years, talking about Raila. And he lied in some instances. So it's just fair for the ODM party to also talk about William Ruto and give their side of the story. Do you think that can be a good topic? Tukutane baadaye.